With the Thunder returning from a 6-year hiatus, you've virtually taken on what is an upstart team. What have been some of the unique pressures and challenges you have faced bringing together a new squad to the court?
Well, I think that's exactly it, bringing new guys together with new personalities and obviously new head coach with the group. So just trying to blend all those things has been a challenge so far, but I still believe there's a good basketball team in there, and that's the challenge of coaching, is to blend the talent and blend those personalities. So that's going to be the aim and the target from here on out.
It was a difficult initiation for the Thunder, beginning the season with 3 straight losses. You were able to gain a confidence-boosting win against the Bulls last week. However, what do you feel has been holding your side back from seeing more positive results?
Well, I think a combination of things. I think, obviously you mentioned, we played, started the season out with Rockhampton and Mackay, arguably 2 of the better teams in the QBL. And so we're not as established with those programs yet, making ground, and hopefully we'd like to be making ground sooner than we are. So some initial setbacks just in the schedule, but I think it's a lot of things, style of play and players understanding how I want them to play, and then buying into some of those things. And then, myself establishing the kind of culture that I want, and then, holding the players accountable to that. So, again, I think anytime you take over a new venture like this, it's a new program, haven't been around in 7 years, I think there's some growing pains, and we're just going through some growing pains. And we just have to get better.
Okay. Your last game was against Northside, a team you head coached last season. What does it feel like coming up against players who were once your own not so long ago?
Well, that was an interesting game for a lot of different reasons, and I spoke to our players prior to the game about that, and that we had to try and channel those emotions. Now, maybe I shouldn't have said that, because we didn't come out and play with a lot of heart and intensity, which I thought we would naturally do. So I tried to challenge our players and tell them to channel that emotion. And like I said, in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But again, that's just something that we're working through. And every time we take the floor, we have to understand that we have to play with intensity and as a team, as one.
Okay. So having a look at your own playing roster, which player has really stood out for you? Has there been someone who, I guess, has generally surprised you with how well they've gone so far this season?
Yeah, well, I think the big name guy that we added to our roster was Mitch Young in the off season, and Mitch has been very, very good in terms of his ability to score and rebound and defend, and so that's been very positive. We've also had a good contribution from young Jesse Gee, who's played very well, with very limited experience, so that's been positive. And I just think in general, individuals have had their moments. Now we need to come together as a team and support one another as a team, and that's going to be the focus from here on out.
Okay. This weekend is the famed Northern doubleheader for yourselves against Cairns and Townsville. Apart from hopefully securing 2 wins for your side, what are your main goals for the team to get out of the weekend?
To play as a team, both offensively and defensively. I think we recognize we have some individual offensive talent. I think we've let ourselves down a bit defensively, and so that's going to be a main area of focus. I don't know if we have any great individual defensive players, but I think as a team we need to support each other better defensively, and that'll be a huge challenge for us, because obviously both Cairns and Townsville are both very, very good sides.
Okay. Look, people either absolutely love or absolutely hate the Northern trip. What's one thing you really enjoy about it?
Well, that's home for me. I played my first ball up in Cairns. I played for the Cairns Marlins back in '93. And so that's home for me. That's home for my wife, and she's a Cairns girl, so that's a nice trip for me to get back home and have my mother-in-law come to the game and see family and friends. But outside of that, it's a great trip. It's a great time for us to build and bond together as a team. So I'm going to look forward to not only being on the court with the guys, but off the court as well. Get to know them more as players and people.
Okay. Thanks for your time. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks much, Chris.